Hello, assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Aisha Khalid and welcome to my channel Math Madness by Aisha Khalid. So let's start with the yearly paper solution. And in today's video, we will solve March 2024 paper 1-2. So this is the document we'll be using where if we need to do the rough working, we'll be using that. Otherwise, we'll solve it in the actual paper. Let's start with the first question. So the first question says we have to integrate the function 2 upon x square. Let's take the variable in the numerator. Add 1 to the power divided by new power. And the limits are infinity and 3. Minus 2 upon x. The limits are infinity and 3. Let's put the limits. Minus 2 upon infinity minus 2 upon 3. Remember the rule that 1 upon infinity is equals to 0 and 1 upon 0 is equals to infinity. So here they're, along with integration, they're also testing this concept. So this becomes 0, minus is a plus, 2 upon 3. So the answer becomes a 2 upon 3. Let's look at the second question now. The diagram shows part of the curve with equation y equals to k sine half x, where k is a positive constant and x is measured in radians. The curve has a minimum point A. All right. Now, the first thing that you need to know is this is sine half x. When it's sine x, the cycle finishes at 2 pi, which is 360 degrees. When it is sine 2x, 2x means there are 2 cycles in 2 pi. So the cycle finishes at pi. And half means there is a half cycle in 2 pi. So the entire cycle finishes at 4 pi. So eventually this minimum point will occur at 3 pi. So this is 2 pi and this is 4 pi. And the cycle finishes, this A point is going to be at 3 pi. Now you know this is the minimum point. The minimum sign occurs when this entire sign is equal to minus 1. So the value of y is going to be a minus k. Now, let's move on to the second part of the question. A sequence of transformation is applied to the curve in the following order. Translation of 2 units in the negative y direction. So when there's a negative y direction, it means f of x minus k. This plus minus outside the function means that you're moving up or you're moving down. Reflection in the x-axis is determined by a negative f of x. Now, so this is applied in the following order. That means you're first translating in the, this is my equation. 2 units in the negative y direction means minus 2. A reflection in the x-axis means multiply the entire function with a minus sign. It means it becomes, this is my new equation. Now they also want the coordinates of the point on the new curve corresponding to A. Now the first thing is, this thing affects the y coordinate. The first translation affects the y coordinate. And the reflection in x-axis also affects the y coordinate. The y coordinate is 3 pi comma minus k. First thing is it shifts 2 units down. So this becomes 3 pi comma minus k minus 2. Now the next thing is you multiply the y coordinate with the minus sign because that flips. So 3 pi comma k plus 2 is going to be my new coordinate of A. So reflection means y coordinate multiplied by minus sign. And negative direction translation means y coordinate subtracted by minus k. Now, next question is, a curve is such that dy by dx is equals to this. It is given that they lie on the curve, find the value of A. So you should know when you integrate double differential, you get single differential. When you integrate single differential, you get equation of the curve. And that is exactly that we want because we've been given the coordinates of the curve. Let's integrate. Plus 1 to the power divided by new power into the differential of the inside expression. And we always write a plus c when we integrate. So it becomes 4x plus 5 to the power 3 upon 2 divided by 2 plus c equals to y. Let's plug in the value of 1, 9. 9 equals to 4, 1 plus 5 upon 2 to the power 3 upon 2 plus c. 9 to the power 3 upon 2 plus c. So this becomes 9 to the power 1.5 divided by 2. 9 minus answer. The value of c is a minus 9 upon 2. Now, y equals to 4x plus 5 to the power 3 upon 2 minus 9 upon 2 is my equation of the curve. And the point given to me is 5, comma a. Let's plug that point in the equation. Okay, so it's 25 to the power 3 upon 2 minus 9 upon 2. This becomes, a value is 58. Let's move on to the next question. Prove the identity. We open this part of the identity using the a plus b square identity. Plus cos square theta minus 1 upon cos square theta. Sine square plus cos square is a 1. This cancels out. Cos square theta. This cos cancels out. 2 sine theta upon cos theta becomes 2 tan theta. That's my answer. So that's proven. Let's move on to the next part of the question. Use hence. When they use the word hence, it means you have to use the identity above. So you have proven that this entire thing is equals to 2 tan theta. 2 tan theta minus 5 tan cube theta equals to 0. Let's take a tan theta common out. Tan theta is equals to 0. 2 minus 5 tan square theta equals to 0. So tan square theta equals to a 2 upon 5. Now, whenever you have a tan inverse theta, inverse 0, your theta is a 0, 0, 180 and 360. Whenever you have now put a square root on it, so square root 2 upon 5 is 0.632, and we always write a plus minus. So the basic angle tan inverse under root 2 upon 5 is going to be 32.3. Now this is from minus 90 to plus 90. In the minus 90, it's minus alpha, and this is a plus alpha. So one angle is going to be minus 32.3. The other angle is going to be a 0 from here. And the third angle is going to be a 32.3. So according to the range given in the question, these are going to be my final answer. That's about it. Stay tuned in my next video where I'll be discussing the next part of the paper.